never give Tommy 1 minute. 1 minute my Tommy's pitching stones out in the field, the next minute he's stabbed behind the shed.
Well, you don't have to talk. We can sit. I just need to sit with you 1 minute before I go back into that courtroom. Is that too much to ask?
My husband wouldn't allow nobody like you in the house.
On the porch, then. I'm begging you, Maggie. I know your husband won't speak to me, but one day, in the courtroom, one day, you were sitting in the back, and I turned around, and you looked me straight in the eye, and we started to say something that day, you and me. Something silent, something that hasn't been said. I just have to finish that off.
I don't recall none of it. If there was any such thing, I was probably making a prayer for you, lady.
Will you do it again, then? I know you're a real kind-hearted woman. Maggie.
All right, 1 minute.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I do have one thing to say.
You said we didn't have to say nothing. I ain't much for talking with you, lady.
Okay, if you could just listen then.
I'm just going to sit here and pray like I agreed to, that's all. You can say whatever you like, I'm just going to pray.
I'll make it real short. You know, the judge said tomorrow for the hearing. Now, you know this is a death penalty state, and the judge could sentence Mr. Miller to die, or he could send him to prison for the rest of his life.
I'm praying.
And he said that if a member, as his attorney, as Mr. Miller's attorney, I'm asking that he be sentenced to prison, Maggie.
I don't have no use for that man. I don't care what they do with him. I don't ever want to hear his name again.
No. The judge said that if he would leave it up to the family about the death penalty, he said that if a member of Tommy's family came to the hearing tomorrow and said that Mr. Miller should
I
not get
said I didn't ever want to hear his name again.
One. You've known Franklin Miller for a long time.
Too long.
30 years, I think. I remember something from the file. I thought you might have some feeling of sympathy toward him.
Towards him, I got no feeling of nothing towards him. Let him rot in a pit with birds pecking at his bones for all I care.
So you don't care if he's executed?
No, I don't care. After what he done, you expect me to care about that? I don't care. All I want's my Tommy back, that's all.
All right, Maggie, okay. See? That's it then. It's okay. I felt I had a duty to ask, since that was the condition the judge said. I had to try. I hope you understand.
I don't understand nothing, lady. Nothing.
Carla, I'm Carla.
You want to know what I was thinking that day, lady? I was thinking I was glad I didn't have some big-time education, so I didn't have to stand up there like you and defend a dirty, vile, rotten old man that killed my 13-year-old boy. That's what I was thinking.
Oh, I see. Sometimes it's not so easy. I know this doesn't make much sense, but I mean, I don't say that it's anything right about what happened, but Mr. Miller, I've gotten to know him, and he's a friend in a way. Maybe I just hate to see people die, especially clients. Makes me feel like a failure, like that big-time education isn't worth a tire track in the mud.
Comes with the territory, I imagine.
It's never happened to me before. I can't make sense out of it.
There's no sense in this world, lady. If there was any sense in this world, my Tommy would be hollering out back right now.
Yes. Well, one thing, Mrs. Denton.
I've had enough.
No, I do want to say, since I'm here and all, I want to say I really am very sorry about Tommy.
You're a liar.
That's too much. I'm sorry. I really am sorry about you.
mean nothing to us, do they?
Listen to me. You didn't deserve to be treated that way.
I just want to die, lady. I haven't told no one this, not even my husband. I just want to die as soon as have those cold-hearted people talking about my baby and asking questions and have Tommy gone like this.
Oh, I am so sorry. Oh, God, I know
tooth.
Jack wasn't much for religion.
Yeah, I'll bet he'd tell you that's one of the stupidest parts he'd ever heard. I told that to the preacher one time, too. I said, I think that's stupid. That don't accomplish nothing. Just blood on both hands. I bet that's what Jack would say.
He might.
I bet he'd tell you to remember that part where it says, thou shalt not kill. How come nobody talks about that in court?
Well, it's a matter of law, you know.
And when they wrote that, thou shalt not, that there wasn't no room for no exceptions for this or for that. I bet he'd tell you to bring those things up tomorrow.
Well, sure. I can try.
Good.
Right.
I'd like to come by and hear that. I don't have any fancy court clothes or nothing, but I'd like to hear what the judge has to say to that.
Well, then. Oh. Yeah. It's not new or anything, but
My husband wouldn't allow for nothing like that. I'd have to set out.
well, I'll leave it up to you. But Jack always liked this jacket. He said the color was calming. Maybe I'll just leave it here on the porch. Well, all right then. Thank you.
I'd like to know what the judge says to old Mrs. Miller.